Monty Rice. Is he going to be the replacement for Rashaan Evans? That's what we're going to talk about and more in today's video. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about Monty Rice and Rashaan Evans. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So Monty Rice drafted 92nd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Tennessee Titans. Now, at this point, when I'm watching the draft, I'm thinking we need a wide receiver, and we don't pick a wide receiver. It's a Monty Rice out of Georgia. Heard of him, but, you know, didn't really think we were going to go after a guy like Monty Rice. I thought we might go after a linebacker a little bit later on in the draft, but we went ahead and got Monty Rice. So I didn't know what to think about it at the time, but after watching a little bit of film on him and, you know, kind of breaking him down, looks like a very, very solid player out of Georgia. So his build, 6 foot 233, very similar to a Jayon Brown type build. Jayon Brown, I believe, 6 foot 225-ish. I think he's around there. So yeah, kind of similar to Jayon Brown. We're gonna talk about how he plays against the run, against the pass, when he's in zone coverage, man coverage, and then also when he's blitzing. So again, Monty Rice, there's everything you need to know about, you know, information and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and scroll down here and see what, you know, NFL thinks about, NFL.com thinks about him, his strengths, weaknesses, you know, obviously his overview here. So if you guys want to read that, go ahead. But I am going to link something down below. If I did not link it and I forgot, let me know in the comment section. I'll link that as soon as I can. But it should be linked down below. It's going to be pretty much a film breakdown of Monty Rice. Shout out Talking Giants. I'm going to go ahead and link that video down below so you guys can go watch it if you want to. Very, very good video breaking down, you know, the good, the bad, everything about Monty Rice pretty much. He really likes him. I like him too after the breakdown that I watched on him. So that will be linked in the description. If you guys you want to go ahead and check that out, you can. We're going to look at the NFL, NFL.com, what they think about him. So his strengths. We can read through all these, but I'm kind of going to want to go off of the video that I watched. But obviously, a lot of this relates back to the video I watched. And again, his strengths. I think very, very, very good hands. He's got very good hands against the run. He's going to, if the, you know, lineman comes up, block him. He's very good with his hands, can shed off blocks and make a play. He's very good, quick burst. Like, if you guys see right here, it says something about that right here. Well, I thought I saw something. Well, maybe I didn't. Well, I know in the video I saw that. Oh, yeah, right here. Possesses short area burst. So, when he's going to make a tackle on a running back, he's so quick, guys. He's super, super quick. He's going to make that tackle. And just very, very quick. Just very quick going to make a tackle. Rarely overcommits into. Now, I watched on some of the film, I saw he's pretty aggressive, guys. He's going to go and take unorthodox, you know, paths to the running back. Like, there were some where, you know, most linebackers will loop around to the outside, go make a tackle, more of a safe tackle. He's going underneath, you know, underneath blocks and going to make a tackle versus going around and maybe saving 5, 6, 7 yards instead. You know, he's making a tackle where it's only a gain of 2 and it could be a gain of 7 or 8. So that's a good thing, but it could be a bad thing as well. And we'll talk about that when we get into the pass game, when he's in man coverage and stuff like that, because he does make a mistake on the film that I saw where he goes underneath a rub route, and pretty much it's like a running back's on a wheel route. He goes underneath a rub route, and he kind of, you know, he's 2 steps behind by the time he gets to the running back. So you know, quarterback throws it to the running back, gains what, I don't know, 40 yards or so there. So, you know, the aggression can hurt him at sometimes, but obviously I like aggression a lot. So if he's aggressive and can make plays, and obviously the big key is here to know when to be aggressive, and to know when to pursue the right way, if you want to put it like that. Because if you're too aggressive, it can hurt you. But if you're too aggressive, it can benefit your team. So again, knowing when to be aggressive at the right time will be a big point that he will need to learn in the NFL, which I think that's easily very coachable. I'm sure it was, coached at Georgia. He just, when he's got very good instincts too. So I'm kind of going off topic here, but get back to the list here. He's got good feel, like I just said, good instincts there. Good feel. Let's see here. Above average feel for angles. So that's kind of what I was talking about there. Instead of looping around and making a tackle for a gain of 7 or 8 yards, he kind of goes under, blocks, and weaves through the defense to make a tackle, where instead of the running back gaining 8-9 yards, he's making a tackle at 2 or 3, 4 yards. So that's good. But again, in the pass game, that can hurt him a little bit. But I do think he's a very, very good pass coverage, man coverage linebacker. I think he's somewhat of a mix of Rashaan Evans and Jayon Brown. So that's a good thing. I think he's very good against the run. And I think he's very good if you want to drop him back in zone, man him up with a running back, stuff like that. I think he's very good against the pass as well. So there's plenty of strengths, although there are some weaknesses, but there are more strengths than weaknesses, so that's good. And obviously the weaknesses can be fixed after, a couple years in the NFL. And obviously we'll have Rashaan next year, so he will be a good mentor for him. Also Jayon Brown, pretty much the control man of the defense. So I think that after he has a year or two in the NFL, he could be very, very good. Consistently communicating with teammates pre-snap. So him, and you can picture him and Jayon talking, making sure everyone's at the right, spot on the field at the right time. So I think communication is very important in football. If you are able to get to the right spots on time and kind of talk it out with your teammates pre-snap, then, that not only helps out your team for that play, you kind of build that chemistry with your defense, as a whole there. So I think that, communication is important, is a very important part in football, especially on defense. He's willing to play through pain, so, that's good, so rarely allows play size shoulder to be captured. So yeah, weaknesses, not a big chance taker. So now you heard me say, he's more of an aggressive. And this is one thing that I kind of agree, kind of not agree with the weakness here. So with the film that I saw, he's pretty aggressive in some plays, and others he, does somewhat play it safe. Now in the run game, I saw somewhere he allows double team blocks up to him, so you'll see him kind of be more patient against the run, while others you can kind of see. Let me put it this way. So if a run is coming at him, he's going to be more patient and kind of read where the running back's going to go. If the run play is going the other side of the field, he's more aggressive. So he kind of, there's one film on the video that's down below where one play on film where it's a goal line situation and it's an inside zone, and he kind of just sits back a little bit, and he should definitely be more aggressive on a goal line situation instead of kind of play a little bit too passive there. You definitely want to see him come in and make a tackle, and obviously, especially with it being on goal, goal line situation, you want to see him come and make a tackle. And he kind of sat back there and let pretty much the play develop for the running back to easily have a lane to the end zone. So there are some plays where he's passive, some plays where he's aggressive. That's something that can easily be coached. I think that he is definitely a coachable player. So all this stuff that we're talking about here, weakness-wise, I think that it can easily be solved in the NFL after he has a year, 2 years, 3 years. That can definitely be solved in the NFL after, the guys in the NFL, they know what they're doing, guys. The coaches in the NFL, very smart coaches. If you have a coachable player, and you have, obviously, every NFL team has good coaches, you see a lot of development in younger guys coming from college to the NFL, just because if they're coachable, and obviously you have good coaches in the NFL, that's, you know, success right there. So, you know, obviously I think a lot of these weaknesses can be solved in, you know, in next year, 2 years, 3 years from now. But not very twitchy or explosive in between tackles. So, like I was saying about the double teams, if he does get double teamed, which is not often, but it can happen sometimes, that kind of hurts him there. Foot injury, you know, that's something that you can't help. You know, it happens. Very average speed for one-on-one coverage. I do like him a little bit more in zone coverage than I do in man, which is, you know, more linebackers are better in zone than they are in man, just because, you know, a lot of, especially middle linebackers, they have a good feel, good instinct about where they need to be on the field, versus when they're in man. You know, man coverage is more a physical thing where you have to have speed and stuff like that, where you could just, you know, be in zone and have good instincts and be at the right place at the right time and make a play. So I do like him in man, or excuse me, in zone a little bit more than man, but hey, who knows? He could be a very good one-on-one guy as well. You know, I talked about him being on the running back earlier in this video, where he there's a rub route, pretty much kind of like a pick play, and he definitely should have gone, definitely should have gone over the rub route instead of going underneath, where it, you know, gave up about 30-40 yards. So that's definitely something that can be coachable. Lacked much ball production, tight hips, limit start balance as open field tackler. So, you know, all that could definitely be coached in the NFL. So, especially with us having him, he's probably going to be, you know, a role player this next year, especially with him being a rookie, and we already have Jayon and Rashaan back next year. So, definitely is going to be a learning year next year for him. But I think the year after that is definitely going to be he's definitely going to be a key part of our defense next year, especially with us declining Rashaan Evans' fifth-year option, which means he's going to be a free agent. Obviously not this offseason, but next offseason. So we're going to have Rashaan Evans one more year, and then he's going to be a free agent after that, which then I think once we have Monty Rice underneath, you know, as a role player, watching Jayon, watching Rashaan, he's definitely going to know his role by the time, next year comes around. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Monty Rice. I do think he is going to be the replacement for Rashaan Evans. Yes, I do believe that. Like I said, he's kind of a mix. I think he's more of a Jayon Brown than a Rashaan Evans. But I do think he's kind of a mix between Jayon Brown and Rashaan Evans. So I think that's a very good thing about him. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. You think this guy's going to be a stud in the NFL? I think he's going to be a very, very solid player. Who knows? He could possibly be a stud in the NFL. But who knows at this point in time? No one can tell. So yeah. Again, that video is down below in the description if you guys want to pop in, watch that. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And until next time, I'll see y'all.